You're almost at the intermediate path, but first, let's answer a few common questions that may be holding you back. How do you get comfortable on camera? What are some tips for growing your reach? And how do you repurpose your content? What are ways you can increase engagement with your community? Let's get into it. You may be new to being on camera, but don't stress. The most important part is to just be yourself. Whether you're shy or extra bold, people will embrace you for your authenticity. If you're uncomfortable being on camera, here are some practical tips to overcome your fears. Think about eye contact. Are you talking to the camera as if you're speaking to your friend, or are you avoiding it? Eye contact creates a bond with your audience, which is one of the most important elements to being successful on Instagram. Keep practicing. Record yourself for fun and just see how you move on camera. Sometimes you might even find out new things about yourself that you never realized before. Try writing down a few talking points. It gives you something to refer back to if you ever get stuck. And lastly, just post. The more you post, the better you get. So how often should you be posting? As many times as you want. As long as 1, you can keep that schedule for a long time, and 2, quality over quantity. It's much better to release 3 pieces of quality content every week rather than 3 random pieces of content every day just for the sake of posting. You followed all of the steps and you're still not getting views on your reels. So what do? First, don't get paranoid. No matter what the internet tries to tell you, you have not been shadow banned, unless you've been violating Instagram's guidelines. Next, try out some different hooks. A hook is the first 3 seconds of your video, the part that should be pulling viewers in. If your hook isn't enticing, people are likely to keep scrolling. Try rewatching your own content. Does your video get slow? Is it hard to follow? Would you start scrolling as a viewer too? Think about how you could approach it differently. The best part about social media is there's no harm in giving it another shot. Take some notes on what you'd change, make a few edits, and try re-uploading it again, either now or in a few weeks' time to space it out. Study videos that are performing well. This could be your own content or other creators. Taking a look at popular videos on Instagram or other platforms will help you find patterns that tell you what could work for your videos. This could be changing your hook, the pace of your video, or even how you're delivering the points in your content. And finally, go back and review what you've learned so far in your beginner path and see if there are any tips you haven't tried yet. Staying engaged with your community is an important part of your social media strategy. Here are 7 ways to engage with yours. 1. Comments and DMs. Building community means replying thoughtfully to comments and direct messages on your account. You can also increase engagement by interacting on your community's content. 2. Network in real life. Another great way to build up your community is to get offline and meet in person. This can look like holding your own events or attending events with other creators. These connections can be a powerful tool to grow your own community. For example, if you're a dance creator, go to studio events. You can meet a lot of other dancers with similar interests or goals. 3. Show vulnerability. The most important yet scary method to growing a strong community is to be vulnerable and put yourself out there. Not sure how to do that? Well, if you're already posting, you're already doing it. 4. Use Instagram's features. Instagram has built-in features to help you engage with your community. 5. Reply to comments with a video in Reels. This can start a chain of content and get more conversation going. 6. Pinning posts or videos. You can pin up to 3 feed posts and 3 reels to each page. This is a great way for people to understand what you're about right away after landing on your profile. It's tempting to pin the most popular or highly engaged posts here, but a better way to utilize this feature is to pin the 3 pieces of content that tell them who you are and can guide people's decision on whether they should follow or not. 7. Remix other creators' videos. This is similar to a duet on TikTok. When using the remix feature, make sure you're adding value or your own spin to the conversation. Ultimately, your success on Instagram is not about likes or follows. It's about building your own community. We hope these tips and tricks were helpful. From how to get comfortable on camera, to tips for growing your reach, finding ways to repurpose your content, and increasing engagement within your community. You've officially graduated from the beginner path. You went from a novice creator just thinking about making your first post to a well-versed creator who has started building their own community. Take a minute to congratulate yourself. Lots of people look at creators and think, I can do that, but it's a much smaller number of people who actually take the leap. You're on your way, but there's still a lot to learn. Keep creating, and the intermediate path will teach you everything you need to know next.